Welcome back to the pregame show here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Down on the field ahead of today's game with head coach of the Yacht Cougars, head coach Scott Wood. Coach, thanks for joining me. Before we talk football, I know your son was in a pretty bad car accident. Tell us how he's doing.
He's doing good. Yeah, he's still suffering from the concussion and stuff, but he's getting healthier every day.
Makes you realize there's a lot more than football or sports or anything like that.
Yeah, there's definitely more to football.
Let's talk about this football. No, Yacht Cougars 1-1 on the season, 1-0 in conference play. Big win over Uniontown last week. Offense was really rolling, especially in that first half. Tell me, what was it like to be on the field? What did you take away from that game?
I took away from the game that we can do what we want to do whenever we do it. You know, we do it right when our line's blocking the right way, when everybody's doing their jobs. We're going to be pretty successful. When guys don't do their jobs, we don't pick up the blitzes and things. Things can go wrong real quick.
There's no doubt. Everybody knows about Dustin Schoaf, but it seems like this team, compared to teams in the past, it has more weapons around him, and you're able to spread the ball out a little bit more. Do you feel that way?
Oh, I definitely do. I mean, we definitely have more athletes this year. I mean, C.J. Waldeer, Jamal Marbley, Tristan Waldeer, Russell Pitlack. Reno ran the ball real well whenever we gave it to him in the second half. Cam's a good spot player, and Jake Severs playing a hell of a job this year.
Yeah, what's it been like to have Jake back in there? I know he's been hurt.
He's doing great. He's come a long way from last year to this year. I mean, at this time last year he had 7 interceptions. He only has 1. And that one didn't hurt us. And he has the 4 touchdowns. He didn't throw a touchdown at all last year. So we're really pleased with how he's doing.
What's the passing game? What's the strategy when you have Dustin that can run the ball? Seems like you guys are throwing the ball a little bit more.
And we're definitely going to throw the ball more because everybody's keying on Dustin, and whenever they do that, we have to get them to not key on him. So when we look at film and we see things, we take advantage of them.
No Jamal Marbley tonight, was kicked out of the last week's game, so he automatically has to miss the following one. Who's going to step up for this team as a wide receiver?
Cody Bojack, who's a sophomore, we're going to look at him tonight, and Mason Brunson's going to get some play, but CJ Waldeer and Tristan are going to have to step up.
You've got a lot of young guys that you're using as weapons too. What's it been like to coach them?
It's great. It's an awesome experience whenever you have young guys that want to play the game and they're buying in. They have the attitude. They want to win. They're sick of losing, so it helps.
Playing Mount Pleasant tonight. With the reclassification of everything, we've kind of lost Yawk's traditional rivals. No Bell Vernon anymore, no Southmoreland. Do you feel like Mount Pleasant is kind of the rivalry game?
It always has been for me. I mean, when we played back in the 90s, Coach D had us ready every Friday night when it was Mount Pleasant. That whole week, he had you ready and you wanted to play them. My senior year, we had to score a 2-point conversion to win the game. So it is a rivalry to me.
You were on the only team that
my graduating class made the playoffs all 3 years, and we won 2 section championships.
Section champion, Scott Wood. He's going to try to do it this year. What are you going to do here with Mount Pleasant's Pizak? I know he's been a pretty good quarterback. He had a good game against you a season ago.
I mean, he is a heck of a quarterback. We got to contain him. We got to get some pressure on him, and we definitely have to cover their wide receivers. They have a pretty good wide receiver over there. He made a couple nice plays for them last week. We just got to account for him. We got to make sure we keep their quarterback in the pocket, get some pressure on him.
Talking about Johnson for Mount Pleasant, what's the key for Yacht tonight?
We got to control the tempo of the game. We got to no turnovers and play our game of football.
Coach, good luck.
Thank you, boss.
Head coach of the Yacht Cougars, Scott Wood, will be back in a moment for kickoff here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.